I mostly so far it's been Mondays and Wednesdays mostly, and when I can, a weekend night. No, I'm actually on the East Coast. Um, I work late. I work a normal gig, and then that basically means that I'm only doing streaming stuff in the evening, unless I happen to do it at work, which I might try because I've got some interesting things to do at work in the near future that might be fun to stream. Um, yeah, I'm in the middle of the East Coast, so I'm just used to doing stuff late. But I also planned this so that I wouldn't be doing super heavy duty tool stuff super late at night. And that's why I'm doing pictures now. But usually I have been trying so far to do around 7 or 8 East Coast time. So, Michigan, nice. Whereabouts in Michigan? Oh, okay, yeah. Um, I haven't spent much time near Lansing. Uh, but Detroit and that kind of area, a little bit, did a few shows out there. Um, uh, 30 minutes east of Lansing. Cool. Yeah, I'm over in Virginia, which is a bit of a trek away from you. Yeah, the only thing I really have are oil bottles, which would not be ideal for putting the bottle stoppers in. And if you're wondering what these are, they're not magic wands. They're actually traditional inkwell style pen nib holders. So for traditional calligraphy, um, there's a artisan. Actually, no, they weren't in Michigan. They were in Wisconsin. Who makes these little metal insert. The lighting for where that camera is so garbage. Um, these little metal inserts that you actually put the nibs in to do calligraphy. My real job. You mean this isn't a real job? Making stuff? I think that's a real job. Oh, cool. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, when they see. Oops. A lot of people, when they see those, they think they're magic wands, and they ask what. Like, what does that have to do with the magic wand? I'll do wands, but those aren't them. My normal gig, I work for a university. I manage maker spaces. I manage a wood shop, a CNC lab, we call it the laser lab, but it's laser cutters, 3D printers, vacuum form, vacuum clamp machine, a cement, ceramics, and foam cutting and fabrication lab, and a metals fabrication lab. That might sound really impressive. It's not as grandiose as it might seem. The majority of the room, or at least, no, they're all bigger than my shop. But it has its moments. It is fun to have that variety of tools. So I teach students how to use all of that stuff and how to use them safely, and do my best to keep them from lopping off body parts that they are particularly attached to. Relatively successfully. No fatalities, nothing unsurmountable. But it's mostly wood shop and CNC and laser cutter. Lots of laser cutter stuff. We have two. We have two industrial laser cutters that are. One can cut 18 by 24. The other can do 36 by 48. They're industrial workhorses, but students have a really good habit of decimating things. Yeah, teaching people to not cut off digits is definitely a noble goal in my book. We haven't had anybody cut anything off. Mostly, splinters, nicks, cuts. A few burns because people weren't wearing the things they were supposed to and walked around somebody welding. Yeah, that's very true. One of the students this year nipped the tip of his finger off in a jointer because he stuck his hand underneath the guard while he was pushing something through it, which is, not advised. He's okay. He's got no nerve damage, no permanent damage. They sewed him back up, so his finger might just be a little bit shorter than his other one. Yeah, those are really it for the injuries since I've been there. So, that's the one big thing. Everything else has been probably stuff that I do to myself here at home. Because stuff happens, While, working earlier, I ended up with a splinter in the side of my finger. It just happens when you're working around wood. Yeah, I'm very happy with the amount of incidences we've been able to avoid um, in that space. But doing this stuff and then, working towards being able to start making the cat tree that I invented is kind of the long term goal here. I'm doing this in hopes that if it actually like catches on and goes somewhere, that I can use that money, if anything comes from it, to go towards starting up my worker-owned manufacturing cooperative that my partner and I have been working on for the last year and a half. Um, yeah, but that's all I got for tonight. I think I've rambled more than enough, and I mean, in Mish, you're at what, 11:30 or so. It's 12:30 here, so I'm gonna head off, get cleaned up, and get everything shut down for the night. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for chatting. It's been fun hanging with you. Oh, 12:30. It's 12:30 here. I thought, or does Michigan not do daylight savings time? Anyway, we can talk about that some other time if you come back. Um, yeah, if you feel like it, check out Do Stuff Make Things on YouTube or Do Stuff Make Things VODs on YouTube. You can find Do Stuff Make Things on artisan.coop, and hopefully Monday, Wednesday, and probably one or two other days, depending on what else I have going on. 7 or 8 ish, if I can get out here. Oh, cool. Thanks for checking it out. Anyway, thanks so much. Have a good night. See you next time.